So I reached out to his office and I said, this was a concern that we had. It seemed like we could have conversations. That hasn't taken place. Could I make an appointment with the governor? Made that appointment. It went from an in-person 15-minute meeting or 10-minute meeting to an online meeting. And then when I did get on that call, he was nowhere in the room. So he wouldn't even give 10 minutes on a topic that we had talked about of importance to one of the legislative leaders, me, and he wouldn't even give it that time. We could have rescheduled, but it just seemed like he was shifting that off. And so that was a surprise. I had never reached out to his office before individually. That was a little bit of a surprise. Fast forward to the end of the 24 session. And as we kind of came to a close, there was a 1,400-page bill that was passed in the House and the Senate within 10 minutes, right before the end of the legislative session. That bill was not available in print. That bill was not available on the Revisor website, yet the governor went ahead and signed that. Completely partisan. The negotiations around the end of session fell off. It was not meaningful. And it really seemed like when Republican votes weren't needed, and it's important to notice that the majority held by the Democrats in the state of Minnesota is very narrow. One person in the Senate, four members in the House. And so it was a very narrowly held majority, mostly controlled by our larger cities in the metropolitan Minneapolis, St. Paul area and the surrounding, not really spread out to greater Minnesota. I was surprised at his lack of unity and wanting to work together for the betterment of all Minnesotans.